Hey guys, my name's Kathleen. Welcome to my channel. Today I'd like to talk about the differences between dehydrating apples in an electric dehydrator. I have an Excalibur, a 9 tray, and you can see here they are after they were done drying. It took, I don't know, how long did it take? More than 12 hours, but no more than 18 hours. Crunchy, right? I worry about getting all the moisture out. So you can see these here. Right, they shrink down. I did use lemon juice to help prevent browning. Now here we have my oven. This is a gas stove oven, right? And I got it with a setting that it can dehydrate, meaning it can go low, down to like 100 degrees. So I dried them on 125. I went to the hardware store and got some oak dowels because the oak wasn't bending like any of the others. Now, some of them I left the skins on. You can see I left some of the skins on. They dry just the same with the skin on versus skin off. Now, on this, I was able to fit 2 very large apples per tray on here. So 2 times 9, 18 apples. Now these I was able to fit, it didn't matter if they were small or large because they're not laying flat. I was able to fit 4 apples per dowel rod. So 1, 2, and you can see some of them have fallen off as they have dried. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's yelling at me because I have it open. I have 9 dowels in the oven. Now, if I had taken out these down here, I could have fit more. If I had started from the bottom, filling it up to the top, I could have fit more dowel rods. So how many do I have? 6, 9. 9 dowels times 4 is 37 apples versus what, like 18? So much more capacity, and this isn't even filled to capacity. Now, the drawback is they do kind of fall off when you're loading in here and as they're drying, but just fine. Then they just dry at the bottom of the oven. These are much more pliable than the Excalibur. And looking at them, I still think I got sufficient moisture out. You guys hear that? That's a drawback too. I think I got sufficient moisture out that would not have spoilage later. And yet, some people really like the flexible dried apples. So, anyway, so now storage-wise, I originally thought I could reuse these in the off-season as window locks. You put them in the window so people can't slide your window open. But flies love windows, and they love to poop in your windows. So these will be stored in a tall garbage bag, wrapped up tightly, and put somewhere else. Drawbacks. For the dowel method, I think you could only do apples, maybe pears. I don't know other fruit you would be able to do with this method. So using the oven that you have already, you can do this method with a regular oven. I think the lowest my old oven went was 170. You would have to have the door cracked, which in the winter is fine because you're heating your house anyways. So natural gas in my area is a little bit cheaper than electricity, but you still need electricity to turn your oven on. So okay, another drawback to doing it in the oven, mine only will go for 12 hours and then it beeps until you come turn it off. So that was fun in the middle of last night, having it beep really loud. You could get around you could get around that by turning the oven off and back on again to reset the timer before you go to sleep at night. So, drawback is you have to get them cut perfectly. You have to get your circle cut perfectly to hang it on there. Otherwise, they fall off. And if you have a half apple, it's not going to work in here. You could just do it on trays though. Less capacity when you do it on trays, right? Because I only have 2 cookie sheets. How many cookie sheets do you guys have? But dowels take up a lot less space than 9 cookie sheets. And these, right? I think it would be fun to make some extra screens, extra like wooden trays with mesh screening. So I could have a tray on each spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could have 7 trays in here that are much bigger than my Excalibur trays, right? Almost by 40% bigger if I could do it that way. But anyways, Excalibur electric dehydrator versus gas oven dehydrator. They both work well. Pros and cons to both. This is using what you already have. The Excalibur is much more versatile. Greater capacity in the oven. It was more flexible. I think that's because with the electric you're having a very dry heat, and with the gas you're having more of a moist heat. Ugh. I do like to wait until my apples are very soft and ripe to dehydrate them. They make very sweet,
Mommy.
dried apples. Yes, Jack? I've waited all day to do this video till he was distracted. Go on the TV.
No.
Can you get me a big jar out of the pantry on the floor?
No.
No. Look at those. They totally stretched as they dried. It's like a little hook. Do you want to eat it, Mr. Hiccups?
Mommy.
Yes, Jack.
I want you to help me.
Okay, I will help you. Like, guys, you can see the ones that fell to the bottom did burn. So, is there one that I recommend over the other? The oven versus the dehydrator? Well, I love my dehydrator, and I use it for more than just preserving food. I use it for preparing food. I say use what you got until you can afford what you want. What? These were all the apples from the oven. They're crunchier, so they don't want to compact. I'll just leave it on the counter. The kids will help take the level down until we can put a lid on it, put it away for winter storage. I hope that helped. I didn't break down numbers very much. An Excalibur costs over $200. The wooden dowels were $1.50 a piece. But you could also get sticks from outside if you had nice long sticks. The oven was over $500, but we had to replace it anyways. Take care. Grow something today. perfect apple.
Wait.